Hello everyone. Yes, it's me one more time. The ball gets rolling and oh, you didn't make a video yesterday. Let's make two today. Kind of catch up time. Okay. So, saw another one. I'm amazed over the hypocrisy that goes on out there when it comes to the rights of the people. And a very simple example here are the book fairs in schools. I remember those with my children, and well, we had plenty of books at home. We are still a big book family. And the library for us was a place to go every week, sometimes twice a week. Great place to go and educate yourself, educate your children, see, kind of get a feeling, what do they like, what would they be into, and what sparks their interest. So the book fairs are not sure, I really never really checked and said, okay, what's that all about? Oh, that's to encourage children to read. Really, that's what we have libraries for. And you borrow books there free. Then you have to be a responsible adult to bring them back on time, this and that. So you don't accrue fines. You make sure that your children learn how to take good care of books that are not theirs, this and that. Yes, yes, yes. What a hassle. How much work is that? Oh, dear me. Right? So it's better to own the books so that whatever happens to them, but then you pay. Book fairs. I remember that our children got a certain amount of money. Okay, if there had to be a little tax added, that was fine. But that's what they had, and that's what they had to kind of consider when they wanted a book at the book fair. Now, having 3 to 4 children, my youngest one is quite a few years younger than the rest of them, so that kind of wasn't, okay. So it was mostly 3 of them always, 3 children, and everyone wanted, so it had to fit the budget, right? Even though, again, it was a luxury because we had the library. So you did it because it seemed like a fun activity, this and that. That was 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Okay. Now my children have children. We just went through this whole hullabaloo about which lives matter and I don't know what. Which ones don't. Doesn't matter if you're children or not. Get that straight. And I had this thought on how irresponsible and in a way on how teachers and the people who are doing these book fairs are disregarding the children, completely leaving them out, that can't afford, regardless, a book at a book fair. Yet they still have to watch other children getting not just one book, but 2, 3, 4, 10 of them, because mom and dad can afford it. Okay, is it the child's responsibility for their parents to be able to afford what's being out there, taunting them? And I thought, this is not about books, and it isn't about children, is it? It's about making money. It's about making money. The selection of the books, too, is somewhat disturbing, I think. Though I'm sure there are some old-time classics there. Maybe not. Maybe they're banned now. But the main thing, so people are pretending to care so much about the children. There have been all these discussions and lots of very unhappy parents with the school boards all around our country, this, that, and yet, right? Yes, what do they truly care about? Is it our children? Is it about them reading books? If that were true, and these book fairs are supposed to be something that the children benefit from, learn from, right? Then the schools would have a certain amount for every child, even if it's just $5, right? $10. $10 will get every child at least one book. And then it could always be that every school district, as now says, for some of you who are better off, for the children that are not, for one reason or another, are not going to have any money, where the parents just don't care. Well, it's needed for drugs, alcohol, and other things that are more important than a book for their child, for example. No. Or maybe it's the things are so tight that that's just not in the budget. If you can't afford to sponsor one of two children in our school, we already know most likely we'll have a hard time. Okay. Now, well, but it would be fair if every school would prepare for the book fair and would have the money for each child, $10, ready for them to choose one book. No more, no less. Rich or poor, or whatever. One book. You get to choose one book. Would that teach the children something? Would that bring the children together on an equal level in a particular setting of learning together? Would it bring the schools and the parents together? Where parents who have, okay, I can afford to sponsor at least two children, so I'm going to give, right? I'm going to give $20. Yeah. And the school somehow fixes it. Okay, how about we're not getting this or that so that we have for at least 100 students? Okay, you get my drift? All right. Could it be done? Sure, it could be done. There are parents who love and enjoy being part of the education of their children. They bring cookies and I don't know what else to all different children. Oh, what is this?
You said you forgot your like good shoes.
Oh my gosh, did you? Oh, some people haven't seen you in a long time. Say hi. This is my oldest one, Christina. Oh my gosh, she got me a pair of shoes. Let's see if they fit.
I got 8.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, they do. Oh, they fit nice. Yes.
They're Clarks, so they should be pretty.
Yeah,
comfy.
look at that. Perfect. Oh my gosh, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Let me give you a hug. Oh, thank you. I didn't have any shoes that I could just slip into and say go to the library, which we did just very recently. And here she goes. She got me. Look at that, you guys. She got me a pair. I must be doing something right? Yes. So again, there are parents who love going to. It's great to be loved, right? Yes. There are parents who love to be there. Moms, dads, right? They love to be there and they love to contribute. And parents have a lot to give when it comes to that. I was one of those parents for a long time. I wanted to be a part. Okay, I homeschooled for 10 years. I wanted to be a part of it in different ways. And I liked it to have my presence known as a parent of children at a school. So before a book fair, what's wrong with, okay, who wants to bake some cookies or a cake or this or that? And we'll sell that. For, again, that every child has at least $10. Okay, make it no more than $10, right? No more, no less. And every child is on equal footing then when it comes to that. We have to remember that they're children. They're not adults who choose certain ways. They're children. They're children growing up in whatever environment that they are in. And the choice there, they don't have a choice. There's no choice for them. Okay? That's what it is. For children, either rich or poorer, richer or poorer, to learn, right, that equality on a level like that can exist and to have the same experience. All of them have the same experience, right? Yeah. So they get $10. So what? Okay, it's a voucher. It's towards one book. Most likely they won't be able to get more than that, right? From what I've seen, what the prices are now. In my days with my children, they could have probably got 2 or 3, right? But today it's not like that anymore. So $10 is a minimum for one book. So there it is. Yes, and then all them book fair people are going to have to come up with books and ideas that don't cost more than $10. Which I think, for an exercise like that, with children involved, at a time like this, is perfectly fine. Then if richer parents feel, but I want my child to have more, they can go to a bookstore and buy hundreds, thousands of dollars worth of books for their children without other children having to watch. How underprivileged they are. This is a very simple lesson, not for children, for parents, for adults out there. Does it have to be all about money? Or can those hypocrites out there who care so much about all them lives, care so much about all them ethnicities and children out there, just show some true colors for a change? Okay. People are so eloquent on voicing their disagreements on how they are being treated, adults, and don't give a hoot when they hurt a child's heart over something simple like a book fair at the school with all their classmates, and they'll be one of them that won't be able to buy anything. Because, well, does it matter? Does it matter, Maddie? Very sad, isn't it? Yes? Yeah, okay. That's what I have to share. We had a very nice, very sweet little exchange here between parent and child when it came to that book fair thing, which I'm not going to share. I don't have permission to do that, but it was very beautiful, very encouraging to see my grandchild being willing to carry some of the responsibility of what he desired. Yes? Okay. Well, anyway, enough said on that one. God's love and blessings always. Just wanted to share that. Yes? I'm going to bring up book fairs with certain people out there. Next time they bring something up that I'm going to look at them and go, you really want to talk about that? All right, let's talk about it. Yeah. Hypocrites are... I'd rather touch a worm than a hypocrite. All right. God's love, blessings always. Talk to you another time.